Welcome back to Studio M, people. I'm here, your host, Jem, as per usual. And today, as you have seen, we are ranking the theme tunes and intro sequences of different shows that we've watched. Let's get right into it. But before we do, Andy made the thumbnail for this video, so thank you, Andy. I'm gonna put a thing up here that says it's a vote, okay? Its thumbnail is yes or thumbnail is no, and you guys can give your feedback. You know, if you like it, then my job making thumbnails is done forever, and now it is Andy's job. Yeah, that's how it works. Otherwise, we're gonna go back to the old way of taking a random screenshot that seems to apply and adding Studio M down at the bottom. That was our MO before. Anyways, getting right into it. In the number 12 spot of theme tunes, we have the beast itself, Alias.
My name is Sydney Bristow. 7 years ago, I was recruited by a secret branch of the CIA called SD6. I was sworn to secrecy, but I couldn't keep it from my fiancé. And when the head of SD6 found out,
It's so
he had
boring,
him
it's
killed.
so lame, it's just terrible. No one cares. The show is so bad, by the way. Maybe people like it. I don't know why. The show was really, really bad. Anyway, so I actually forgot that this whole massive segment of it where it's talking all about the show existed. I just remembered this part here at the end. Which I hate. Next up, in the number 11 spot, Leverage.
You're rich and powerful, they take what they want. We steal it back for you.
It's a testament to the popularity of the show that this was the highest quality intro sequence I could find on YouTube.
Guys, make the best good guys. We provide leverage.
Anyway, mad annoying. I don't even know what else to say. Next up, the first actually good show on the list, Parks and Rec. Now, while the show itself is amazing, very funny, very humorous, fantastic cast, and stayed true throughout the show, the intro sequence never amazed me. I think this is the first intro sequence that is not actively bad, okay? You know, it sort of goes with the vibe, it introduces you to the characters, and it shows you sort of what's gonna happen in the show. And so not terrible, but it just never really vibed with me, you know? It was just sort of like, it was just there, and you always skipped over it because there's no There's no interest in staying for it because it's not that catchy, it's not that pretty of a song. In the number 9 spot, we have Stranger Things. This probably is actually number 10, and then I'll move Parks and Rec up because it's just really long and boring, to be honest. It just takes so long, but like not long enough for you to go and make a cup of tea. It's not like an ad break, it's just the absolute worst length because you don't want to sit through it because it's so boring, but you can't get up because it'll be over before you get back. Moving on onto the number 8 spot. I really enjoyed this show. Person of Interest. I don't know who's watched it. The intro sequence is not very catchy or anything, but it is pretty memorable, and it introduces you. What I like about this one is it introduces you to how the show works at the start of every episode, so that even if you've never seen an episode of the show before, you can pretty immediately know how the whole dynamic of the show without it sacrificing the actual quality of the show. Introduces you to the characters, it tells you what more or less happens, and then another cool thing is that each episode it shows the new main character, whether they are the victim or the perpetrator. You get to see them, and then you sort of know, that's the person. So Coming in at number 7, we have White Collar. The intro had some overhauling throughout his career. This first one's okay. At least it's short. It's nice and short, but this is the classic one. That one's pretty good. Actually, this is the classic one. Do you remember this now? Yeah. This is the best one. So yeah, I like that intro sequence. Shows you all the characters, you know, it's got that upbeat vibe that lets you know this show isn't messing around, but it's still fun. So I really like that one. That is our number something spot 7, I think. Next up, Andy requested I put this one on the list. I hadn't thought of it. The Good Place. It's simple, it's elegant, it gets the point across, and you know what the show is called. So that is our number 6 spot. Coming in number 5. In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive as soldiers of fortune. If you have a problem, if no one else can help, and if you can find them, maybe you can hire the A-Team. It is. Just so classic, all of it from the intro, you know, the words that he says, to the tune itself. Really good, classic 80s, just a good old child-friendly show for most of it, and then, you know, but, you know, not unbearable for an adult audience. Sure, the bad guys only ever shoot at their feet, but, you know, what you're gonna do about it, that's how guns worked in the 80s. Moving on to number 4, an absolute classic. Some people may be surprised as to why I didn't put it higher. At this point it's a meme and so much more. People love the show, people love the tune. It is The Office. Alright, well, is it one of the best comedy shows of all time? Yes, yes it is. It absolutely is. And with a good theme song to go along with it. In the number 3 spot, we have another great comedy. Action comedy spy movie with a retail twist. Very good, very cool. Andy doesn't like it because of how long it is. But some of them are long, and I think we just have to deal with it. And I think it's really good, and it shows all the people, and it's got a really catchy tune to it that's gonna get stuck in your head for hours. It is an actual song that some people do know by a band called Cake. Moving in to number 2. Here we go. One of my personal favorite shows of all time. At least 4 fantastic seasons and as many as 8 okay seasons. Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It is a fantastic comedy for most of it with so many good characters and just so much fun. The amount of humor they can pack into these things, especially the first season, it's astounding. Every line works, every character fits into their position, and it's really good. At least for the first season. First 4 seasons I hold as some of the best comedy TV show of all time. It's a good show. Go watch Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Fantastic show. But we have moved to the top spot. Some of you have already guessed it. Some of you know what I'm talking about. Some of you know. Because I have raved about this show for months. Okay? And not only are the first 3 seasons the best comedy TV of all time, it has a banging intro sequence that does not quit. All 6 seasons of the show have this same song, and it, in the worst episodes, becomes the best part, and in the best episodes, helps make it the best. I'm gonna stop talking now. We have in the number top spot.
Give me some more time in a dream. Give me the hope to run out of steam. Somebody said it could be here. We could be rolled till the tide of day.
No. Is it amazing? Yes, it is. Fantastic song. You can listen to just the song. It's called At Least It Was Here by The 88. The 88 is a good band. Enjoy their music. And the song is a banger. Did I make this whole video just to rave about Community a little bit more? Maybe I did. Can you blame me? No. If you have watched the show, you know for certain that you cannot. The best comedy show of all time, at least for the first 3 seasons. After that, I won't spoil anything. Let's pretend it stays good the whole way. Good show. As good theme tune, I'd say. The best. The best. Roll the credits. Alright, thank you for rolling the credits. And now, in our number 0.5 spot,